I'd like to show you how to open files that were not necessarily created in our Bonita software, um, and why sometimes it's difficult to even edit anything. This is a Bonita collection, and it was probably created in Wacom or Bonita at the time. But if I want to open this as an EXP, and the default leaves the stitches as individual stitches. So I'll say, okay, that's the default, and open. So when I look at any of these items, if I wanted to change that stitch to a different type, I wouldn't be able to. There's nothing in here that everything is grayed out. I can select the individual pieces and I could enlarge them, but it's really not going to fill in the stitches nicely. It's not what I would call a sewable design. So let's close this out. So instead, what I'd like you to do is when you go to open a file, and I'm going to open it, the same EXP file, but before I completely open, I'm going to go to the Option tab and make sure that I tell the software that I want it to convert stitches into object shapes. An EXP is going to show up as a grade C. This doesn't mean that it's a poor design. It just means that I may not be able to edit everything as easily as I can with a grade A. But I'm going to go ahead and select this top one, convert stitches into object shapes, and say OK. And open, of course. And now when this opens, and I go to the object properties, I can see what stitch length they have used. So if I, for some reason, wanted to change that to 3 millimeter, I would be able to. And of course, color film has two different ways to look at things. We can see each component that makes up an item, or we can look at it by color grouping. So each of these would be a thread change that we would make as we were sewing. And the other way to look, so clicking this, again, it toggles to the other view so that you can see everything. You can change the size of this. If your computer screen is larger than my laptop, you would be able to see more things at once, but you can also change the size to see more things at a time. Or if you have the screen that's large enough, you can expand that to suit yourself. Thanks for watching.